everybody, welcome to the 𝐻𝐶 Way. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be graphic novels that are amazing to add to your homeschool. In the past 2 years, Emily has become obsessed with graphic novels. They have become her favorite thing to read, and because of that, I've been looking for nonfiction ones to add to our homeschool learning. That being said, I do want to say I don't diss any kind of book. She can read fiction, nonfiction, she can read graphic novels, she can read early chapter books, she can read board books for all I care. If she's reading, I'm happy. But I did want to look for some nonfiction ones because I felt like if I could pair something she loves, which is graphic novels, with something that I would like, which is her learning about things that maybe extend a unit study that we're doing, it would be this happy place for both of us. So this is kind of like assigned reading, if you will. It has been graphic novels, which again is something that makes her happy, but nonfiction, which goes along with something that we're learning for the most part. All of the ones that I'm going to share are series, so there are multiple, which I love because then if she's like, hey, I really liked the one you had me read about a president that maybe we were learning about during our American study, I can say, oh yeah, there's more, let me show you, and she can pick through more. I try to do book series a lot of the time with fiction, nonfiction, graphic novels, chapter books, whatever it is, because I love once she's into it, we can just keep rolling with it. Like I don't have to go search and proof and find more. So I'm going to go ahead and share those with you now. The first one I have is Nathan Hale's Hazardous Tales. These are history. So some of the other ones that they have are One Dead Spy, The Donner Dinner Party. There's The Underground Abductor, one about the Alamo, Lafayette. There's just so many amazing ones. Here is an example of what the inside looks like. And this has become one of Emily's absolute favorites. She read every one in the series. I assigned her One Dead Spy during our spy unit study. I asked her to read that one. She loved it. We bought her the rest of them because she enjoyed it so much, and she's now read them all. I think some she's even read twice. And many of those are topics that I may or may not have even gotten to in our homeschool yet or have planned for in the future. So I love that that one spun into this entire thing where she now knows so much more than what she would have otherwise. The second one I have is Big Ideas That Changed the World. This one is really, really cool as well, because this series, like this one is Machines That Think. There's also Rocket to the Moon, but it's all just like different, amazing, like big ideas that changed the world. We have Action Presidents. In this series, there is George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Teddy Roosevelt, John F. Kennedy. And it is like hilarious, but also factual. This is Maker Comics. In this series, we have like how to fix a car, how to build a robot, how to grow a garden, how to create a costume. This one that I'm showing you is Bake Like a Pro. So it is an ultimate DIY guide, like they kind of take you through as a guide. And then there's also activities at the back. So in this one, there's probably about, I would say 10 different baking recipes. So if you're looking for like a DIY graphic novel and you want some activities, this is a great series for that. The history comics. Now, these have all kinds of historical events. We have like the history of the American bison, the history of the wild Mustang, if your kids are into animals. There's also the Challenger disaster, the Great Chicago Fire. This one happens to be the national parks, which I assigned this as assigned reading during our American unit study. She really liked it, so we did order her a couple more that she has read. One of her absolute favorites, like I cannot order them or keep them fast enough for her, is the science comics. These have so many different topics. This one is birds of prey. They have sharks, they have cats, dogs, volcanoes, crows, the solar system, wild weather. Pretty much any unit study that we're going to do, if it's science-based, this is the first thing I'm looking up. Are there any science comics that go with it? And if so, I'm ordering all of them. Oddball Histories. This one is Pets and Pests. There are only, I think, maybe 2 or 3 in this series, but they are pretty funny and very informative. Survival Scout, Lost in the Mountains. There is a tsunami one, and there is a 3rd one that I believe is coming out very soon. I wish I had known about these when we did our survival unit study, because these would have been a perfect addition. Emily still enjoyed them even though we weren't doing our survival study. But if you are doing our survival unit study, these would be great if you're looking for graphic novels to add. Or if your kid reads these and loves them, then you might want to think about doing the survival unit study. The I Survived, these are just like the popular early chapter books, except they are graphic novels. So it's all kinds of different I Survived locations and events like the destruction of Pompeii, or Hurricane Katrina, or the Great Fires, the Great Shark Attacks. So now that she loves graphic novels, I searched for this first over the early chapter books. She will read either. She just enjoys reading these more. So if we're doing something history-based or even like weather-based, I grabbed the Hurricane Katrina one. Animated Science. This one is the periodic table. There's a few more of these. It's just a really fun graphic way to learn different science techniques. Like way more fun than a boring textbook. Next, I have the Who Headquarters graphic novels. So this one happens to be Joan of Arc. If your kids are not quite old enough for the Who Was books, or if your kids love those but also love graphic novels, this is a fun edition. Emily has been really enjoying these. And if you're wondering if you can do our Who Was mini units with the graphic novels, you can. The discussion questions might not all be in the graphic novel, but other than that, you can complete the entire unit study using the graphic novel. So you can go either way. There are, I believe, like 15 graphic novels already. Emily's done 4 or 5 of them. She really enjoys those. She still loves the chapter books too, though, so it's not like she replaced them. And then the last one I have is Show Me History. This is 𝐂𝐴𝐲. They basically make it like a time machine. Here is the inside of that one. If you have any nonfiction graphic novels that I did not share, please let me know down in the comments so I can add them to my library or shopping list.